Even just on her regular account in the privacy of her own home, she's doing way too much. In the privacy of her own home, she's doing way too much.
Oh, nah. No. No, that's not what I think it is. No way. No chance. Nope. I'm done. What is up, my people? It's your boy XS, and today we are reacting to teacher fired on her first day for sexualizing students. Oh Lord. Okay, let's get straight into it.
So this 24-year-old substitute teacher from Memphis, Tennessee by the name of Miata Borders was recently fired after, and I quote, allegedly sexualizing a student.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
So you can see the desk attendant said that she looks like a student. Keep that in mind.
Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't had to do too much, man.
Oh yeah, just not trying to be like. Hold on.
Today was really a breeze. My kids.
I'm not trying to say anything, but you guys let me know. If you see your teacher on the first day pulling up like this, are you really gonna think it's your teacher, bro? Like, I'm not saying looks play a part, but looks do play a part to a certain extent, depending on what field you're working in. And like, bro, she looks like Lil Yachty's little brother or some shit. Like, I don't know, bro. She doesn't look like a teacher. That's all I'm saying.
Kids ain't had to do too much, man. I really, to be honest, I let them do whatever they want to do.
That's actually a crazy statement to make. I actually let them do whatever they want to do. That's actually a wild ass statement to make. I let the kids do whatever they want to do. I'm that kind of teacher. Yeah.
Took me a little lunch break. Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound. Okay, then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them.
Yeah, that statement is what actually got me.
Yo, yeah, we are cooked. Yeah, if the teachers are acting like this, we are cooked, bro. We are cooked.
They're fired. I'm gonna continue to play the rest of the video, but I mean, good God, the optics in this is already crazy. How do you say a wild ass statement like sheesh as a couple of the high school girls were coming into frame, saying damn shorty, which is already a highly sexualized statement in and of itself. Like, if you say damn shorty, like, that literally means in common lingo you like what you're seeing. Now, I'm not gonna say or speculate on as to what she saw that she may have liked for her to say damn shorty, but I will say though, the optics are horrible regardless of her intentions, right? You have this frame, right? Couple of girls coming into frame, they're looking at her, she's looking at them, one is smiling, right? And she goes on to say sheesh, damn shorty. I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, that's literally crazy. Commenting on what could be a couple of 15 or 16-year-old girls. I mean, people in the comment section are even acknowledging, saying, and I quote, damn shorty, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. She's 15 with a picture, a literal picture of Aries Spears. Another person said, damn shorty, to a child. Another person said, damn shorty, they kids trying to take you down. These kids are trying. Like, I just got a question. How could any of these young ladies take you down? Like, even that statement in and of itself sounds crazy. So if I'm the school administrator, or if I'm the principal, or on the board of education, you're getting fired immediately.
Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them. Appreciate it. You know, my little free time, I had to go out there and give me some little.
What the hell did I just do anyway? What? This is what I mean, y'all. I'm so glad the time that I grew up, my teachers didn't look like they were trying to be models or anything apart from being a teacher. Because the reason I'm saying this is because when you see this young lady, she looks like she's there trying to pull up to be one of the students. She doesn't look like she's trying to be a teacher. Like, she's got the chain. She looks like a rapper, fully tatted. I'm not saying she's a bad person, but this is not me trying to call her a bad person, but she doesn't look like she's trying to be a teacher. And this is what I meant by looks don't necessarily play a part on what you should be and what you can do. But looks do kind of play a part when it comes to, especially jobs like being a teacher, bro. Like, I don't think anyone wants their teacher to try to match them in style. Like, no, my nigga, you're here to teach. You're not here to try to be the next Fashion Nova, like, model. I don't know. But even forget that. Scrap that. If my teacher's doing TikToks, that's already a major problem. If she's doing TikToks for, like, and I'm showing up on her TikTok videos without my consent, that's already going to be a problem. Listen, there's too many problems with this already that I'm just like, who allowed this out? Who hired her? That's my question. Who hired her? Anyway.
Content, little feet chick, really just a chick.
And by the way, guys, in case you couldn't tell by now, this is indeed a lesbian. She is a certified stud. Now, in this day and age, I'm not entirely sure if stud is a slur or not, but that is literally common lingo to describe a particular type of lesbian, because not all lesbians dress like this. There are very, very feminine lesbians out there who are attracted to women of the same sex who dress in skirts, dresses, they put on makeup and wear really girly outfits. And we would not consider them studs. Studs are a very particular type of lesbian that tries to take on the more male-oriented aesthetic, as you can see here in this video.
That substitute teacher that was fired on her first day was not ready to step foot in no classroom. Getting told that you look like one of the students is not the compliment that you thought it was.
Facts.
They were saying that you look childish. It wasn't giving professionalism, is what they're saying. Why are we wearing big chains to go sub a classroom? Are you coming to teach or are you coming to impress?
That is a good question. Are you coming to teach or are you coming to impress? Listen, based off of what I was able to find on this person's Instagram page, I can tell you and assure you that this person is all about fashion, and they're...
Yo. We need to start doing background checks whenever we're hiring somebody, bro. Yo, just imagine you're the student, bro. Imagine knowing that your teacher is more lit than you on Instagram. I'd be heated, bro. What? Yo, my teacher, my English teacher, has more followers than me on Instagram? Yo, I'm fighting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm causing a scene. She's taking better pictures than me? Man, you're meant to be a teacher, bro, not a model, bro. Nah. I'm not taking all that. Nah, but all jokes aside though, this doesn't even look like teacher material. And it's not because she's black. It's not because she's a lesbian. It's just because she doesn't give a professional look. And I think that should matter, especially when you're dealing with kids. And especially when your profession is a teacher. I think that any job that involves you dealing with kids, you should, whenever someone is hiring you, your background should be fully checked to check if you're a weirdo, to check if you're meant to be around kids, if you are eligible to be around kids, you know, if you can behave around kids, if you can teach kids, if whatever, you know what I mean? But it just has to be like a thorough, deep background check. And I think whoever hired her did not do a background check. Or if they did, and they saw this, and they still said, okay, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Because she looks like she's trying to be a rapper more than a teacher. And that's cool, but just don't be a teacher.
You know, they like the attention, they like the validation, and you know, they have some very nice fits. They got some nice clothing for sure, and they do fit a particular type of aesthetic, right? Like the hype beast clothing type shit, right? I will say though that although I don't always like to judge a book by its cover, if I saw this person and somebody asked me, do they look like a teacher? Does this particular individual, who is a woman, a female, look like the type of person to be the appropriate figure to teach kids as a teacher? I'm gonna be honest and say no. I don't think they look the part. Not saying that there aren't lovely female teachers out there who look like this, you know, with this particular style and aesthetic. I'm just saying that pattern recognition, you know, simple observations is what I'm saying. It leads me to the probability of her doing some shit that we just saw in this video.
Can we talk about the damn shorty? Who's the shorty? Not that child that you were recording, that you should have never been recording in the first place. There's no way. And then you follow it up with sheesh. Truthfully, if you never ended up back into a classroom again, I wouldn't be upset.
I gotta say as well, it was weird for her to even be filming in a school. Like, I get it, she's a content creator and all that. And as content creators, we want to get views, we want to go viral.
Just imagine you're the parent of this kid and you find out that there's a teacher that's filming your kids without your consent, without them even knowing. And they're filming for their TikTok page. This is the type of world that we're living in right now, bro.
Get as many eyes on her content as possible, but I just gotta say, assuming she's a substitute teacher bouncing around from school to school, who first and foremost told her that she could film in school? Second of all, who the hell hired her? Like, genuinely speaking, if I'm the person in control of hiring substitute teachers, for her to look like that, she's gotta have one hell of a resume, or my school has to just be in one of the worst places.
Anybody with a neck tattoo, anybody with a CEO neck tattoo, that's already a red flag. A red neck tattoo that says CEO, that looks like it was scribbled by a 10-year-old kid, that's already a problem.
Possible to where we are forced to hire someone like this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more qualified substitute teachers out there who could have taken her spot, who dress a little more professional, who talk a little more professional, and who actually are more respectable to the environment of which they're going to be working at.
Lastly, I understand everybody wants to be a content creator, but we have to understand there's time and there's place. Recording like that on your first day is crazy work. Recording yourself putting your feet up on this teacher's desk is also crazy work. Recording the students, also crazy work. That was your first day and you did too much.
And that's why she got fired. She just did way too much. And it seems like it's not only at schools where she's doing way too much. It seems like even just on her regular account in the privacy of her own home, she's doing way too much. In the privacy of her own home, she's doing way too much.
Oh, no. No. No, that's not what I think it is. No way. No chance. Nope. I'm done. Ooh.
Like, I genuinely, I gotta understand who the hell hired this person. Did you not check their social media beforehand before actually thinking it was a good idea for this person to be around a whole bunch of teenage girls? Like, I'm not gonna even comment on what I just saw, but we all just saw, which is the most obvious thing. I'm also hearing, based off of the comment section, that she got banned. Her TikTok page got banned. It was formerly named thehandmaid.ceo. So I just gotta wonder why. Well, why did she get banned? What kind of content was she posting to her TikTok page? But as per usual, the substitute teacher, after filming that video and having the other content that we saw from her TikTok page, of which she ultimately got banned for, came out acting like the victim, saying everybody took it out of context and not taking accountability for her actions.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context. I'm a content creator, I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create...
And that's the problem, shorty. Look, shorty, that's the problem right there. You were hired for being a teacher. We don't care that you want to be a content creator. What do you mean you're a content creator? But you apply to be a teacher. You can't mix both. There's like the girl said, there's a time and place. It's cool you want to be a content creator, but there's a time and place for these certain things. Listen, shorty, you were there to teach, not to record minors without their consent.
Exactly. I will agree with it. As a content creator, not everything you see is what you get behind the scenes. That said, if you're going to be teaching in a public school, you should not be filming the kids who attend that school. I can't excuse that.
Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. And as I explained to Lake Corman when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea.
I wonder if she's gonna explain herself about the comment that she made talking about, damn, shawty, when she saw the student. I wonder if she's gonna talk about that.
That I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it.
That's crazy. So this was her first time subbing, her first day ever in any school subbing. She's never taught any kids before this, and she was already fired, bro. Holy shit. That's got to be a new world record for being the fastest person to ever get fired as a substitute teacher.
On TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I'm by far no predator or anything close to it. That is insane for it even to be put onto me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth. Like, honestly, and I was enjoying it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've been receiving an awful amount of hate. I felt like it was necessary for me to clear my name up.
No, you're not receiving amount of hate. You're receiving, how can I say, you're not receiving hate. You're receiving people trying to educate you that you should have done better. Not hate. Hate is when people are just saying things when, negatively for no reason. People are calling you out for a reason, shorty.
Apologize for this once again, I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited. I assure you that it would have not been posted. What I meant by shorty in the terminology, the kids were going to take me down were absolutely not what you guys took them as. Those kids were smaller than me, shorter than me, younger than me. They are shorties, they are young. That absolutely means nothing with flirting. My terminology is much different from you guys. So I said the kids were going to take me down as in a phrase of the kids all together. That absolutely did not mean anything sexual.
So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, maybe she wasn't in her mind with those words trying to...
Okay, I get what she means by that, but even then, you need to have some common sense, bro, to understand that. Even cool, you want to call it terminology because that's where you're from and that's how you call people that are younger than you, people that are whatever. But not everyone is where you are from. Do you get what I mean? Like, not everyone knows that that's the terminology that you use normally for, like, even though you're not trying to flirt with the person, like, and you should know that being a teacher, I mean, it was her first day and she was a sub teacher, but like, bro, it's just, like I said, common sense. Like, there's a certain way you would know not to speak to people when you're going for an interview, because you know that even though that's how I speak to my friends, or that's how I speak when I'm in like my area with my boys, with my guys, whatever, I shouldn't speak to this person like this because 1, they're not my friends, 2, I don't know them, 3, this is a professional area. Come on, especially, and recording kids, like, you don't have to be a teacher to know that you shouldn't record kids, especially without their consent, especially in a school. Like, everybody knows this. I don't have kids, but I have like siblings and I have little cousins that I've taken to school, and I've always known, just by being a student myself as well, that whenever a teacher wants to record you or take a picture of you, they always have to ask for your consent, minimum. Usually they have to ask the parents' consent as well. But usually if you're like 16, 17, they'll probably just ask you and they'll be like, okay, cool. But usually they have to ask the parents.
Be sexual, but we gotta understand the optics of this. Saying sheesh, like sheesh, damn, shorty, and take me down all in the same sentence while in the proximity of 15, 16-year-old girls while filming them as they're passing by is horrible optics.
Yeah.
It just, at face value, what do you expect people to think? Like, seriously.
It is sick to even think of that. I am a content creator. I am known. The kids knew me. They were supporters of mine. So I say the kids were going to take me down. It means as the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support. I'm no different from them. I handle myself more than properly. I do have a fan base. I do have supporters. I do have people that know me. Those kids already had knew me previously. But it was several kids coming up to me trying to see, am I that person? That's what I meant by take me down, all hassling me at once, is what I meant. Absolutely didn't mean anything sexual from kids. That is sick.
Now, it is sick, but I gotta say again, damn, shorty, sheesh, take me down, all while in the angle that the camera was in while those words were coming out of your mouth is crazy. Like, again, if you want to be a content creator, just do that like outside of teaching. Like, why don't you just pour all your resources into being a content creator? It seems like you're pretty successful at it too. Why do you need to be a substitute teacher if you had like 40,000 on TikTok, 100,000 on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure you could have like a YouTube career based off of your looks, your aesthetics, the vibe you give off? Like, go for it. What?
Yo, if I see those videos one more time, I'm clicking off this. Like, I'm clicking off this video. Yo, I have so many questions. I have so many questions. But I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Just be a content creator. I'm pretty sure it'll pay more too.
The entire 2 days that I worked at Lake Cornwall, I did nothing but my job. I was to myself. Not one single kid that could say that I did or said anything inappropriate my time at Lake Cornwall those 2 days. It was truly just a misunderstanding. But now that I see with creating content, it's easy to misunderstand and misinterpret things because everyone is free to their own opinions. That doesn't mean just automatically mischaracterize me. Like, truly, like, honestly, you guys, I would truly have to be an idiot to know that I'm doing something wrong that would lead to this much and still do it. I absolutely did not know. What I said in a voiceover was absolutely not meant how you guys took it. I just talk very differently. My slang is different. I do realize that those are students and I am an adult. I should have been way more careful with my word choice. But again, kids had absolutely no clue there was an additional voiceover that I added on TikTok. I do realize the mistake I made, honestly and truthfully. I was just in a moment being myself. I wasn't thinking inappropriately at all. I'm still learning. I am aware of that, but I honestly truly didn't know, you guys. Like, I just didn't. It's no way that I would have posted it. I wasn't thinking inappropriate. Truly, sincerely to the bottom of my heart, I do apologize to all of the parents and students at Lake Cornwall. I actually loved you guys' school. I would have loved to work there. Like, I know you guys have mischaracterized me, but I am a great person. Like, I am a great person. Aside from the tattoos, I am an excellent person. I do apologize once again. I absolutely meant no harm. And I absolutely did again, and I just want you guys to like give me some grace. This is my first time subbing ever. You see, I'm a content creator. This is my first time subbing. I was trying something new, trying to give back to the kids, which I would have loved to do. I enjoyed myself the time I was there, but I'm fired.
All right, so we heard the entire video, and honestly,
what do you guys think about that? I don't feel bad but everyone makes mistakes, right? But just from if it was me hiring her to be a teacher and I was doing a background check, a proper background check, and I saw the videos that she posted before I hired her to be a teacher, I wouldn't have even hired her in the first place. I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying she shouldn't be a teacher, but just going off what you post online and the video with the boxes and you changing clothes and whatever, like, there's no way that you can be a teacher. I'm sorry, but this is not mischaracterizing you. This is what you posted. You posted this. I can't put you around my kids or anybody else's kids knowing that you post this kind of content on social media, like showing off your pants and clearly trying to show off something else in the process. How would anyone even feel comfortable to hire you to be around kids? You could be the best speaker, you could be the best teacher, but I wouldn't be able to trust you just off that. It's just by that alone. But again, that doesn't mean she's a bad person. That doesn't mean necessarily that she's a bad person, but you have to understand that when you're trying to apply for certain jobs, your background, your image plays a part. It does. And it's not because you're black. It's not because you're lesbian. I would say the tattoos might have a little bit of a effect on how people see you, depending on the tattoos and depending on where they are. But I'd say that's like the least of the worries. Again, depending on where they are, though. But yeah, nah.
I think maybe she is being honest in terms of her intent, but again, the optics and the words that came out of her mouth, just, had they not fired her, would have made the school look horribly. Like they had no choice. Even if the administrators didn't want to fire her, there's no way in hell that you could have a content creator / teacher at your school, who's a substitute teacher, by the way, who's also 24, a new employee, saying these things. The videos are going viral. Bro, it would have just been a media shitstorm, and I'm pretty sure the school admins had no choice but to fire her, unfortunately. unfortunately for her. Now, on her own personal Instagram page, she did come out making another video kind of explaining everything and, you know, how she's getting bullied online for all this now. We're not going to get into that because it would literally make the video way too long, but I will say hopefully she learns from this lesson. When you're an employee working for another organization, a publicly funded building, or a private corporation, you're no longer a content creation. You're an employee for that person.
Exactly.
And if you make that organization, that company look bad, you are liable to be fired under your contract. Every employee has a contract. Unless you're specifically a contractor, even with contractors who are freelancing for other business owners, they still have some type of agreement. And yeah, if you make that, you know, company, that business owner, that government funded organization look bad, you're going to get fired. It is what it is. So she may have not had bad intent, but the words that came out of her mouth sounded bad, and unfortunately for her, she's fired. But ladies and gentlemen, do let me know your thoughts and opinions down below about this.
Yep, like I said, it sounded bad, and you should have known better. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Shout out to Mori for the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to check it out. Make sure to let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below about this situation. Do you think she should have been fired? Do you think she was wrong to even say what she said? Or do you think they should give her a second chance, perhaps? But yeah, that's it from me. Make sure to leave a like on this video. Make sure to subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you that's watching my videos and that's helping a brother out, you know. And that's it for me. Make sure to check out this video, and I'm out. Peace.